Hello, English learners. Welcome back to Daily English Talks. I'm Mia, and today we're going to explore something that will truly help you level up your English in a very natural and effective way. We're talking about everyday habits that you can develop to improve your English. These aren't complicated lessons or grammar-heavy rules, but small, daily things you can start doing that make a huge difference over time, whether you're a beginner or someone who just wants to become more fluent. These habits will help you absorb English naturally, just like a native speaker. Stick with me till the end, because I'll also be sharing some practice examples and exercises that you can start using from today. So, if you're ready to make English a part of your everyday life, without stress or boredom, let's get started. One of the most powerful ways to improve your English is by surrounding yourself with the language in your daily routine. Think about how children learn their first language. They don't sit down and memorize vocabulary lists or study grammar rules. They listen, observe, and slowly begin to speak based on what they hear every day. As an English learner, you can do something very similar by building habits that help you connect with the language regularly. For example, one small but effective habit is changing the language setting on your phone to English. You may already use your phone daily, maybe even for hours. Imagine if every time you open your phone, you see English. The more you see words like settings, notifications, battery, or storage, the more familiar they become. These little moments add up. You can also build a habit of talking to yourself in English. This might sound strange, but it's actually one of the most effective ways to practice speaking. Start by describing what you're doing in English. For example, if you're making a cup of tea, you can say in your mind or softly, "I'm boiling water," or "I'm adding sugar to my tea." This kind of daily narration helps you become comfortable forming sentences quickly. It also pushes you to find the right words and structure in real time. Over time, your mind will start to think in English, which is a big step toward fluency. Another very useful habit is reading something in English every single day. You don't need to read a novel or a long article. Even just 5 minutes of reading a short news article, a blog post, or a few pages of a book can make a huge difference. Try to pick something that you enjoy or that is related to your hobbies. If you like sports, read English news about your favorite team. If you enjoy cooking, read recipes in English. Reading not only improves your vocabulary, but it also helps you understand sentence structure, common expressions, and how English is used in different contexts. Listening is also an important daily habit. You can build your listening skills just by playing English audio while doing other tasks. For example, while cleaning your room, walking, or cooking, you can play a podcast, an audiobook, or even YouTube videos in English. You don't have to understand every single word. The goal is to become familiar with the sounds, the rhythm, and the flow of the language. Over time, your ears will get used to the accent, pronunciation, and the way words are connected in fast speech. Try keeping a daily English journal. At the end of each day, write a few sentences about what you did that day, how you felt, what you learned, or what you plan to do tomorrow. For example, you might write, "Today I went to the market. It was very crowded, and I bought some vegetables and fruits. I also met my friend, and we talked for a while. Writing helps you organize your thoughts and gives you time to practice grammar, sentence structure, and vocabulary. It also helps you see your own progress over time. Now let's try a small practice exercise together. Imagine it's morning and you are getting ready for the day. Try to describe everything you're doing in English. For example, I am brushing my teeth. I am taking a shower. I am getting dressed. I am having breakfast. I'm drinking tea. I'm checking my phone. This kind of daily vocabulary is very useful, and when you repeat it often, it becomes automatic. Next time you go through your morning routine, try doing this exercise again. Don't worry about making mistakes. Just speak freely and naturally. Another habit you can try is thinking in English. This might be a little difficult in the beginning, but it gets easier with time. Start with simple thoughts. When you look outside and see it's raining, think to yourself, "It's raining today, I should take an umbrella." If you're feeling tired, think, "I feel tired, I need to rest." The goal is to replace your native language thoughts with English. Even a few minutes a day of thinking in English can build your fluency, because your brain starts practicing the language automatically. A great way to include English in your daily life is by labeling things around your house. You can take sticky notes and write the English names of items like mirror, door, refrigerator, remote, or lamp, and stick them on the actual items. Every time you see these notes, you're reminded of the English word. This helps build vocabulary without any stress. After a few weeks, try removing the notes and testing yourself to see how many words you remember. Another daily habit you can develop is speaking with a language partner. If you have a friend who is also learning English, agree to speak only in English for 10 minutes each day. You can talk about what you did that day, what you want to eat, something you saw on social media, or even just talk about your favorite movie. These small daily conversations build confidence. You can also join online communities or conversation groups where people practice speaking in English together. You don't need to be perfect, just be consistent. Let's try another simple practice now. Think of your favorite food. Now describe it in English. What does it taste like? What does it look like? When do you eat it? For example, my favorite food is spaghetti. It's long and soft and covered in tomato sauce. I usually eat it for dinner. I like to add cheese on top. It smells delicious and tastes even better. This kind of simple description builds your vocabulary related to food adjectives and everyday experiences. Try doing this for other things, like your favorite drink, your room, or your clothes. You can also develop the habit of watching English television shows or movies with subtitles. Start with subtitles in your native language if needed, but slowly switch to English subtitles. And finally, try watching with no subtitles. Choose shows that are about everyday life. This will help you hear how native speakers talk in casual situations. Listen to their tone, the way they ask questions, the expressions they use. You'll notice that real English is often simpler and more relaxed than what you learn in textbooks. Another small but helpful habit is learning one new word every day. Just one. Pick a word. Learn its meaning, pronunciation, and try to use it in a sentence. For example, let's take the word comfortable. You can use it in sentences like, this chair is comfortable, or I feel comfortable in my new job. After a few days, try to review all the words you've learned. This slow and steady vocabulary growth becomes very powerful over time. Listening to music in English is also a fun and easy way to include English in your day. Pick songs that are slow and easy to understand. Read the lyrics while you listen. Try to sing along. Music helps you remember pronunciation, rhythm, and new vocabulary. It also helps you feel more connected to the language, because music often includes emotions and expressions that are used in real life. Another powerful daily habit is asking questions in English even if you're alone. You can ask yourself things like, what do I need to do today? Or, what time is my meeting? And then answer them in English. This trains your brain to think both sides of a conversation. When you do this regularly, you'll be more prepared to respond quickly when you're actually speaking to someone else. Let's try one more practice. Think about your day yesterday. Try to describe everything you did in the past tense. For example, yesterday I woke up at 7 a.m. I brushed my teeth and took a shower. Then I had breakfast. I went to work at 9 o'clock. At lunch, I ate with my coworkers. In the evening, I watched a movie and then went to sleep at 11 p.m. This kind of story practice helps you get comfortable with using past tense verbs and organizing your thoughts clearly. You should also try to make English a part of your environment. Listen to English radio while driving or walking. Use English quotes or phrases as your phone wallpaper. Follow English learning pages on social media. The more you see and hear English, the more natural it becomes. These small moments may not feel like much at first, but they build a strong foundation for long-term fluency. Improving your English through daily habits doesn't mean you need to study hard every day. In fact, the goal is to make English feel like a natural part of your daily routine. The more you use it in normal situations, the more fluent and confident you will become over time. Let's talk about more small habits that can bring big improvements in your English learning journey. One helpful habit is to practice describing things around you in detail. For example, pick any object in your room, a chair, a book, a bag, and try to describe it in English. Talk about its color, shape, size, how it feels, and what it's used for. If you choose a chair, you could say something like, this is a wooden chair. It has 4 legs and a backrest. The seat is flat and smooth. It's brown and a little old, but very comfortable. Practicing this every day with different objects will improve your vocabulary and your ability to talk about everyday things. Another good habit is to listen and repeat. This technique is also called shadowing. You listen to a short sentence or phrase in English and repeat it immediately, trying to match the pronunciation, rhythm, and intonation of the speaker. You can do this with YouTube videos, podcasts, or even audiobooks. Try to use materials where the speaker talks slowly and clearly. Pause after each sentence, repeat it out loud, and then play the next part. Over time, this habit will improve your pronunciation and help you speak more naturally. If you're someone who enjoys technology, try using English learning apps daily. There are many apps that help you learn new words, practice grammar, or even connect with native speakers. You don't need to spend a long time. Just 5 or 10 minutes a day can make a difference. The key is consistency. You can do it while waiting for a bus, during lunch, or just before bed. Make it a part of your routine so it becomes a habit. You can also improve your English by creating daily goals. For example, set a goal like, today I will learn 5 new words, or today I will write a short paragraph about my day. When you set small, clear goals, you feel motivated and focused. Keep a notebook or digital file where you track your daily progress. Seeing your growth written down helps you stay motivated and confident. Another simple practice you can add to your day is reading aloud. Choose a short text, maybe a news article or a short story, and read it out loud to yourself. This helps you improve your pronunciation, fluency, and confidence. It's okay to read slowly at first. Focus on how each word sounds. Over time, you'll start to feel more comfortable speaking English out loud. Let's do a short practice right now. Imagine you're describing your favorite place. It could be your room, your garden, a coffee shop, or even a park. Think of the details and describe them in English. For example, my favorite place is a small park near my house. It has tall trees and a small walking path. I like to sit on a wooden bench and read a book. There are birds in the trees, and it's usually very quiet. I go there in the morning when the weather is cool. Try doing this exercise with different places. This kind of daily description helps you practice vocabulary, sentence structure, and even storytelling. One of the best habits for long-term improvement is reviewing what you've learned. Many learners make the mistake of learning something new every day without reviewing old material. But your brain needs repetition to remember things well. Take 5 or 10 minutes each day to go over the vocabulary or grammar points you studied earlier. You can make flashcards, use review apps, or just look at your notes. This daily habit strengthens your memory and helps you keep improving without forgetting. If you enjoy social media, use it to learn English too. Follow pages or accounts that post in English. Try to read the captions, understand the comments, and even write your own replies. This makes your social media time more useful and helps you connect with how English is used in real conversations. You'll see slang, abbreviations, emojis, and casual expressions that are often used by native speakers. You can also start practicing mini conversations by yourself. Imagine you are in a cafe ordering coffee. You can practice saying, "Hi, I'd like a cup of coffee, please." Or, "Do you have any non-dairy milk?" You can then answer yourself, "Yes, we have almond and soy milk." Or, "Sorry, we only have regular milk today." Practicing both sides of the conversation prepares you for real-life situations. Try doing this for different places, like a restaurant, a store, a doctor's office, or even a hotel. Let's practice this now. Imagine you're in a restaurant. What would you say to the waiter? "Hello, I'd like to see the menu, please." Now imagine the waiter gives you the menu and you're ready to order. "I'd like the chicken sandwich and a glass of water." Imagine the waiter says, "Would you like fries with that?" You can answer, "Yes, please." That sounds good. Now, imagine asking for the bill. "Can I have the bill, please?" Practicing these small role-play situations every day helps you become confident and ready to speak when it really happens. Another powerful daily habit is surrounding yourself with English sounds. Play English audio in the background while doing chores. It can be a podcast, a news station, or a YouTube video. You don't have to focus on every word. Just let the sound become familiar to your ears. This helps you pick up pronunciation, common phrases, and natural speaking styles. Over time, your listening comprehension will improve without even realizing it. Making mistakes is a natural part of learning. One habit that helps is reflecting on your mistakes daily. At the end of the day, think about any English you used. Did you speak to someone? Did you write something? Did you misunderstand a sentence in a video? Think about what was difficult and why. Then write it down and review it. Maybe you used the wrong tense or forgot a word. By reflecting on your mistakes, you turn them into lessons. This habit keeps your learning active and personal. Keeping an English diary is one of the most personal and effective habits you can develop. In your diary, write about your thoughts, experiences, and even your emotions in English. Write what you liked about your day, or what was difficult. For example, today was a little stressful. I had a lot of work and not much time to relax, but I'm proud that I still took 10 minutes to study English. This daily writing practice helps you use real language that expresses your feelings, and it becomes more than just language practice. It becomes a way to understand yourself better. Try writing a diary entry now. Today, I woke up early because I had a meeting at 8 a.m. I made coffee and reviewed my notes. The meeting was a little boring, but I learned a few new things. After work, I went for a walk and listened to an English podcast. It was about healthy habits. I liked the speaker's voice and I understood most of it. I feel happy that I practiced my English today. Writing like this daily will help you improve your fluency and confidence quickly. A great way to build vocabulary is by creating your own word bank. Every time you hear or read a new word, write it down in a notebook or in your phone. Add the meaning and an example sentence. For example, if you learn the word polite, you could write, polite, showing good manners. Example, she is always polite to everyone she meets. Review your word bank every few days. This habit helps you grow your vocabulary steadily and use the words in your own conversations. Try this short exercise. Choose 5 words you heard today in English, maybe from a song, a video, or even this video. Write them down, find the meaning, and use each word in a sentence. Repeat this every day. After a month, you'll have over 150 new words. That's a big improvement just from one small habit. Another useful habit is listening to your own voice in English. After you speak or read something aloud, try recording yourself. Listen back to your voice and pay attention to your pronunciation and fluency. This might feel uncomfortable at first, but it's a powerful tool for improvement. You'll notice where you hesitate or mispronounce words. Then you can practice those areas more. This habit builds confidence and helps you sound more natural over time. Try this practice today. Read a short paragraph out loud and record yourself. Something like, "My name is Sarah. I'm from Brazil. I work as a teacher, and I love learning new languages. Every day, I listen to English podcasts and write a short diary in English. I want to become fluent so I can travel and meet new people." Listen to your recording and notice how you sound. Try reading the same paragraph again with better pronunciation. Also, remember that learning English is a journey, not a race. You don't need to be perfect today. You just need to be better than you were yesterday. So give yourself the space to learn slowly, with patience. If you develop the habit of practicing a little every day, just 10 to 15 minutes, you'll see real progress over time. Many English learners underestimate how powerful listening can be, especially when done consistently every single day. One great habit you can add to your daily routine is what we call passive listening. This means you listen to English even when you're not actively studying. For example, you can play a podcast or a YouTube video in English while you clean the house, drive to work, exercise, or cook dinner. Your brain is still picking up patterns, words, expressions, and accents. Over time, you'll notice that you begin to understand more without trying too hard. Even if you only catch a few words at first, the daily exposure builds up your listening skills slowly and effectively. A very good way to stay engaged with English daily is by following a favorite topic. Think about something you truly enjoy. Maybe it's technology, fitness, movies, sports, psychology, cooking, or travel. Now, follow English blogs, podcasts, or YouTube channels related to that topic. Because you already enjoy the subject, your brain will be more interested and focused. You'll learn not just the language, but also topic-specific vocabulary and expressions. When you make English interesting and personal, it becomes easier to stay consistent and motivated every day. Let's practice together. Pick a topic you like, let's say, travel. Try to describe your dream vacation in English. For example, I want to visit Japan one day. I'd love to see Tokyo. And try sushi in a traditional restaurant. I also want to visit Kyoto and see the temples and cherry blossom trees. I think Japanese culture is very interesting and peaceful. I would like to go in spring when the weather is nice. This exercise helps you combine vocabulary about countries, culture, food, and nature. Practice this kind of description with other topics you love. Another very effective habit is setting a specific time every day just for English. You can call it your English time. It doesn't need to be long, just 15 to 30 minutes is enough. What's important is that you make it part of your routine. For example, after dinner or before bed, you spend that time listening, reading, writing, or speaking in English. Treat it like brushing your teeth, something you do every day without excuses. When learning becomes a regular part of your day, it becomes automatic. A great way to use your English time is to reflect on your day and practice storytelling. You can say out loud or write about what happened during your day. For example, today I had a busy morning. I woke up late, so I had to skip breakfast. I caught the bus just in time and reached work 5 minutes early. My manager gave me a new task that I didn't understand at first, but after asking for help, I figured it out. After work, I went to the grocery store and bought vegetables for dinner. This habit helps you use different tenses and organize your thoughts clearly. You can also get into the habit of learning with subtitles. If you like watching English shows or movies, start with subtitles in your own language. Once you're comfortable, switch to English subtitles. Then, as you improve, try watching with no subtitles at all. This habit helps your reading and listening at the same time. You can also pause and repeat sentences that you like. Try to write them down and use them in your own conversations later. Let's do a quick exercise now. Imagine you watched a short video or show in English. Try to summarize what happened. For example, I watched a short video about a man who lost his keys. He searched everywhere under the couch, in the bathroom, inside his bag. Finally, he found them in his pocket It was funny and made me laugh. This kind of summary practice helps you understand and remember what you watched. Try doing this after each video you watch in English. Another strong habit is focusing on chunks of language instead of individual words. Chunks are groups of words that are often used together. For example, instead of just learning the word make, learn phrases like make a decision, make a mistake, or make a phone call. These are used very commonly in real English. Learning phrases helps you sound more natural and fluent. You don't need to stop and think about each word. You can just use the whole chunk. Try this small chunk practice. Use the chunk a piece of in sentences. For example, I ate a piece of cake, or can I have a piece of paper? Or he gave me a piece of advice. Practicing these common combinations makes it easier to speak quickly and naturally. Another helpful habit is speaking in front of a mirror. Every day, take 5 minutes to stand in front of a mirror and speak in English. Talk about your day, your plans, or how you feel. Look at yourself. Focus on your facial expressions and body language. This helps build your confidence and speaking fluency. You become less nervous about speaking because you get used to seeing yourself talk in English. A simple practice you can do right now is this. Stand in front of a mirror and say, "Today I feel a little tired, but I'm proud that I'm practicing English. I want to improve step by step. I know that with daily effort, I will become fluent." Repeat this every day with different sentences. You'll notice how much easier it becomes to express your thoughts. One of the most enjoyable habits for many learners is learning English through stories. Try reading short stories, fairy tales, or even children's books in English. The language in these stories is often simple and repetitive, which makes it perfect for practice. As you read, try to understand the story without translating every word. Focus on the overall meaning. Then, retell the story in your own words. This improves both your vocabulary and your storytelling ability. Let's practice a short story together. Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Lily. She lived in a small village near a forest. One day, she found a puppy near the road. It was cold and hungry. Lily took the puppy home and gave it food and water. They became best friends and played together every day. Now try to retell the story in your own words. Maybe change the name or the place. This kind of exercise helps you be creative while practicing English. Another daily habit that helps a lot is asking questions in English about everything around you. For example, when you see an object, ask, "What is this called in English?" When you see a situation, ask, "How would I describe this in English?" When you read a sentence, ask, "Why is this verb used here?" This habit keeps your brain active and always thinking in English. It turns the world around you into a classroom. You can also make your own personal dictionary. Every time you come across a new word or phrase, write it down. Include its definition, a sentence using the word, and maybe a small drawing or image if it helps you remember. Review your dictionary every few days. Over time, it becomes a powerful tool that is completely based on your own learning journey. Try this exercise today. Think of 3 new words you learned recently. Write them down. For example, whisper, to speak very quietly. Sentence. She whispered the answer to her friend. Bitter. A strong, sharp taste that is not sweet. Sentence. This coffee is too bitter for me. Lazy. Not wanting to work or be active. Sentence. I felt lazy on Sunday and didn't do anything. Practice reviewing these words tomorrow and try using them in conversations. Another smart habit is setting weekly challenges. For example, your challenge could be to use 10 new words in real conversations. Write a short story in English, listen to a podcast without subtitles, or watch a movie and summarize it. These challenges give you a goal and a reason to keep learning. At the end of each week, review your progress and decide your next challenge. Let's create a challenge now. This week, try to describe 5 things in your house in detail. Pick one item each day and describe it fully in English. For example, on Monday, describe your favorite mug. My favorite mug is blue with a white handle. It's made of ceramic and has a small chip on the side. I use it every morning for my coffee. It keeps my drink warm and it's very comfortable to hold. Repeat this each day with different objects. This builds your vocabulary and helps you practice speaking naturally. You can also improve your English by changing your internal voice. Try thinking in English instead of translating from your native language. When you see something, describe it in your mind in English. For example, when you see a car passing, think, "That's a red car. It's going very fast. I wonder where it's going." When you hear someone talking, think, "They sound excited. Maybe they're planning something fun." This habit of thinking in English makes the language part of your thought process. To practice this, spend 5 minutes today just thinking in English. You don't need to say anything out loud. Just look around your room and describe everything you see and think about. The fan is spinning. The clock says it's 3:45. I need to drink water. My phone is charging. Even short thoughts like these make a big difference when done daily. Finally, remind yourself why you are learning English. Maybe it's for travel, a better job, education, meeting new people, or simply personal growth. Keep that reason in your mind every day. Write it down somewhere you can see it. When you feel tired or unmotivated, look at it and remind yourself that every small habit is taking you one step closer to your goal. Another powerful habit that helps English learners improve consistently is practicing questions and answers. In everyday conversations, asking and answering questions is a natural way to communicate. You can create this habit by practicing questions about daily situations and answering them out loud. For example, when you wake up, ask yourself, "What time is it?" Then answer, "It's 7 o'clock." Ask, "What do I have to do today?" Then say, "I have to go to work and finish a project." This small daily habit helps you get used to thinking in questions and forming responses naturally. It also helps prepare you for real conversations. Let's try a short practice together. Ask yourself these questions and answer them aloud. What did I eat for breakfast? Answer, I had toast and eggs. How do I feel today? Answer, I feel a little tired, but I'm ready to learn. What is the weather like? Answer, it's sunny and warm. Do this kind of Q&A every day with different topics: food, feelings, plans, weather, work, or even your dreams. Over time, your speaking and thinking in English will become more automatic. Another smart habit is creating daily routines in English. For example, when planning your day, write your to-do list in English. Write simple sentences like, buy groceries, call mom, finish report, or go for a walk. Then at the end of the day, review what you finished. You can say, I finished the report and I called mom, but I didn't go for a walk. Using English even in simple planning helps you become more comfortable with common verbs, past tense, and daily vocabulary. You can also use English as part of your self-talk. Self-talk is when you speak to yourself in your head, and it's something we all do all the time. Change your inner language to English. For example, when you're deciding what to eat, think, I think I'll make a sandwich. Or when you're getting ready to leave the house, think, I need my keys and wallet. Making English your default language for self-talk builds deep fluency over time, and it doesn't feel like studying it just becomes part of your life. Another habit that's helpful is setting realistic expectations and goals. Many learners feel frustrated because they expect fast results. But language learning is like building a house. It takes time, effort, and many small bricks. Instead of trying to learn everything at once, focus on progress. Your goal can be, today, I will speak one sentence in English without stopping. Or, this week, I will listen to one English podcast from beginning to end. These goals are realistic, and when you achieve them, they give you confidence to keep going. Let's take a moment to do a reflection exercise. Think about your progress this past month. Ask yourself, what did I learn? What can I do now that I couldn't do before? What are the things I still want to improve? For example, you might say, this month, I learned how to describe my daily routine in English. I can talk about my job, and I'm more confident speaking. I still need to work on listening and understanding native speakers, especially when they speak fast. This kind of reflection helps you recognize growth and plan your next steps. Try journaling this reflection in writing. In the last month, I practiced speaking English almost every day. I learned new vocabulary and started thinking in English more often. I watched 2 English movies and understood more than I expected. I also started keeping a diary in English. I feel good about my progress. Next, I want to practice more conversations and improve my listening skills. Writing reflections like this once a week is a very effective learning habit. Another idea is to make your environment supportive of English learning. That means creating an English-friendly space. You can put up small posters or sticky notes with English phrases or quotes that inspire you. Maybe you write, every day is a chance to improve, or speak even if it's not perfect. These positive messages remind you to stay consistent. Keep a small notebook or flashcards nearby so you can review vocabulary when you have free time. If you enjoy cooking, try following English recipes. When you cook a dish, use an English video or read a recipe in English. As you follow the steps, repeat them out loud. First, chop the onions. Then, heat the oil. Add the garlic and stir for 2 minutes. This is a fun way to learn verbs and kitchen vocabulary. You're learning and doing something useful at the same time. Try saying the names of ingredients and tools in English while you cook. Let's do a quick practice now. Imagine you're making fried rice. Describe the steps in English. I start by washing the rice. Then I cut the vegetables, carrots, onions, and peas. I heat the pan and add oil. I fry the vegetables first, then add the rice. I mix everything well and add soy sauce and a little salt. After a few minutes, it's ready to eat. Doing this kind of description while doing real tasks improves both your vocabulary and confidence. If you like taking photos, another fun habit is describing your pictures in English. After you take a photo, look at it and write or say a short description. For example, if you take a photo of your breakfast, you can say, "This is my breakfast. I had toast with butter, a boiled egg, and a cup of tea. It was delicious." If you take a photo of your city, describe the place, the people, and the weather. This creative habit turns ordinary moments into English practice opportunities. A helpful daily routine is using the 3-sentence rule. Every time you learn a new word or phrase, try to use it in 3 different sentences. For example, if the word is confused, your sentences could be, I was confused during the meeting. This map is confusing, and he looked confused when I explained the rules. This helps your brain remember the word and understand how to use it in different situations. Let's try it now with the word busy. Sentence 1. I had a busy day at work. Sentence 2. She is too busy to come to the party. Sentence 3. The streets were very busy this morning. Do this every day with any new word you learn, and you'll build a strong and useful vocabulary quickly. You can also create English habits around emotions. Every evening, take a moment to ask yourself, how did I feel today? Then describe it in English. I felt excited because I received good news. Or, I was a little nervous before my presentation. Or, I felt happy spending time with my family. Talking about your emotions in English helps you connect the language to your real life, making it more meaningful and easier to remember. If you enjoy reading, make it a habit to read English books or articles regularly. Even 5 minutes a day can build up your reading skills. Start with simple books or graded readers. As you improve, move on to blogs, magazines, and more advanced material. Highlight new words and write them down. Try to guess the meaning from the context before checking a dictionary. Then use those words in your own writing or speaking. Here's a small reading-related challenge. Choose a short English article about a topic you like. Read it carefully. Underline 5 new words and write 1 sentence for each. Then, summarize the article in your own words. This practice builds reading, vocabulary, and writing all at once. Another fun and easy habit is singing along with English songs. Choose a song with clear lyrics. Listen first, then try to sing along. This helps your pronunciation, rhythm, and intonation. It also makes learning enjoyable and emotional, which helps memory. After singing, try to explain the meaning of the lyrics in your own words. For example, if the song says, I'm walking on sunshine, you could say, this means the person feels very happy and full of energy. Let's practice with a simple line from a famous song. Don't stop believing. Try to explain it. This means, keep having hope. Don't give up. Music connects you to language in a very natural way. And when you make it a daily habit, you'll notice big improvements in your fluency and confidence. Finally, the most important habit of all is to stay consistent. Even if you only spend 10 minutes a day, that's enough if you do it every day. The secret to improving English is not studying hard once in a while, it's doing a little every day. Build habits that fit your life. Make them small, easy, and enjoyable. Use English when you cook, clean, walk, shop, or relax. The more you use it in your real life, the faster and more naturally you will learn. Let's end with a short daily habit plan you can try starting tomorrow. In the morning, change your phone to English and describe your routine out loud. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm having breakfast. In the afternoon, listen to an English podcast while walking or doing chores. In the evening, write a short diary entry about your day. Choose 1 new word and use it in 3 sentences. Before bed, think in English for 5 minutes about your plans for tomorrow. These small, simple steps done daily can transform your English over time. You don't need expensive courses or perfect grammar to become fluent. You need small, consistent habits and a belief that you can improve every day. If you've watched this entire video, you've already taken a big step in your learning journey. Now it's time to take these habits and use them in your life. You've got this. I'm Mia, and I'll see you in the next Daily English Talks. Keep learning and keep growing.